trees in California, y'all.
There's some big ass trees.
Next day, we got up early.
I asked Nathan if he knew of any art stores around that sold like cheap squeegees.
We brought stuff to make new shirts on the road, but we didn't have the squeegee. And she was gonna maybe try to get one. And then even we were gonna like real quick in the morning or late that night make some there.
Asked him if there was any store around, and he was like, whoa, I'm gonna just give you my really old one that I don't use anymore. And because I don't really, it's kind of whatever. And I was like, what? This thing was legit and I still use it. Are you kidding me? It's like an actual squeegee. Like I use a plastic piece of plastic. And here I am like, what? No, you gotta be kidding me. And he's like, no, seriously. It's like, it's so nice.
From Corvallis, we decided to hit the West Coast 100%. We'd been on the West Coast because we were in the west of the country, but we hadn't actually seen the ocean yet and gone, ooh, wow, ocean. So we took US 101 or whatever it's called, and we finally saw the ocean in all its glory.
I feel like once we got to California, it's kind of like a checkpoint. It feels like, all right, everything can go wrong. We made it to California. I had previously been, afraid that maybe the bus would give out before we got there, and that getting to California was officially the opposite side of the continental U.S., and it was a goal. And the fact that we made it there with minimal problem was amazing.
I'm pretty sure that the drive from Corvallis to the California coast was the first time we started to test the bus. And we would later on test the bus a lot more. But that was one of the first really windy, steep drives that we did. The bus did pretty well, but we definitely had to go under the speed limit at some points. We also tested our gas limits because we didn't realize that there would be just no gas stations that had diesel for forever. So we definitely pushed that to the limit that time, but we didn't run out. We were fine.
3 answers a question in the forest, right? And nobody's around to hear it. Uh-oh. Didn't do it.
Who's to say?
Wise words.
Look at that. Oh, shit.
What?
What?
Are we? We're above the clouds?
It's time to smell it, unless it's our Pigeon.
Oh.
Alright. The earth is just a dead.
Yes.
So, shortly before leaving on tour, I had these backaches. A month or two before we actually left, I was feeling some stiffness in my lower back. It was a little sore, and I just attributed it to work-related stuff. But then one day at work, I dropped something, and as I went to pick it up, I really hurt my back. It felt like a shot in my back, and I could barely walk. Each step made it hurt even worse. And I figured to myself it would only take a few days to subside, that I could sleep it off. But honestly, every day afterward, it didn't feel like it was getting any better. Going to bed hurt, waking up, getting out of bed. It seemed like every little action I did, I felt a discomfort in my lower back. And that's when I knew I should go to the doctors. Even though I hate going to the doctors, they just give you bad news. But I decided that I should go because I did not want the situation to get worse. The doctor at the appointment gave me a few movement tests and decided that I just needed to get an x-ray. And I went to the x-ray, and when the results came back, I was diagnosed with a double herniated back. It was in the lumbar region in the lower area, and he decided that I needed to get some injections for pain and treatment, and part of the treatment was to rest for a long period of time, but this was only a few days, maybe a week and a half tops, before the tour was supposed to happen, and I really didn't want to miss tour. I was supposed to be on the whole 45-day trip, and I was bummed up, but I decided to compromise with myself and my health to do half of the tour so I can still have an amazing experience. And so my last day ended up being in Oakland.
This was Christian's last show, which I hadn't known. But I was like, oh, surprise. Christian's about to play.
Rock the stage, bro.
He's gonna represent whilst rocking. How cool is that?
It's also the last show for me.
It's his last show.
Debbie played bass because Frisco was gone.
Weird. I didn't do terribly. I obviously didn't do amazingly because Frisco, when he first did SemiCrcls, great. Wow. But after a while, he really started, like really doing his thing.
So that was Jessie's first show at the Skates that night.
Frisco had left, and I had to play his guitar parts.
Killed it. One or two minor mess ups. Was doing solos. So, like, you can't even complain.
After the show, Christian left.
He kind of strolled off without saying anything to anybody, and we didn't know where he was.
It worked out that there was a very cheap flight home.
He wasn't supposed to leave that day. He was supposed to leave a few days after that.
I looked up a bus ticket for the next day to go from Oakland to Los Angeles, and it happened to be so much cheaper to leave within like 3 hours. And I was like, oh, but this bus station is too far. The bus station ended up being like 3 blocks away from the venue. And when I walked over, they were like, yeah, that's the price. And I was like, are you serious? And so it became like a split time decision that I would just take a Greyhound overnight to Los Angeles.
And came back and was like, oh yeah, I just walked off to the Greyhound station to check some prices. Also, I'm leaving.
And I was like, oh, well, I thought you were leaving days later. But it was like, surprise, bye, y'all.
You drive me the 1 block to the Greyhound station? And we did. Like suckers.
Write that down. Like, I can't.
I accidentally forgot to press record,
That's pretty good.
so you didn't know what just happened right there. Ooh, zoom in.
That's better. You know, nobody knows who's watching.
True. Then we just got to hang out with Elena and see her place that she's been living at for a while, and it was super awesome. And she took us to some like biker bar or something.
I wish we all weren't so tired to like actually enjoy a night out with her.
Most of the bus peoples were super tired that day and just wanting to melt, but I was like, no, we're out here.
I think Elena after a while was like, you know, you guys are seem like you're not into this. Let's just go, you know, and I felt really bad.
Kate and Eamon's brother, oldest brother, also lives there with his wife and his adorable daughter. And so we went and got the hookup from them at a hotel near them. And that was our second hotel day. Hotel days are beautiful.
So when we like heard the words hotel room, we were just like, all right, yes, it's gonna be a hotel room. It was like some crazy out of this world room. It had 2 rooms in it.
Really clean, really nice.
We all immediately nested. Filled up every single electrical outlet.
Where we at, Jessie?
Huh?
Where we at?
Cali.
That was really awesome. Just spent the whole next day taking selfies with my cutie niece.
It was good to be back and, you know, see my brother and have a little bit of family hanging out time.
And we were doing laundry. He told us that we can use his laundry room of the building complex.
But cutie selfies with cutie niece, so...
So Mosey Jones and the Loneliers played in Stockton. When we were trying to find this venue, we couldn't find it. it was like we passed it and we were just like, what? And so we got out of the car and we started looking for it. Once we found it, it looked like it was closed. So we waited. We met the other band, forget it. And everybody else started showing up, and then the owner came and opened the door.
It was like a coffee shop show, which was cool. There was some good music. It was a nice spot that also had like pizza.
But like anything we wanted to order.
I ran out of that. Oh, so could we get it one of the other items? We ran out of that. Oh, could we get the sandwich instead? Ran out of that. Oh, how about the salad? Ran out of that. He's like, I'll try and make you a pizza from what I have. And so he made us a pizza. I don't know. It was pretty hilarious.
Stage was cool. There was seats and tables where you can just sit down and just eat and watch the show.
Added bonus, huge window behind the stage, which was in the front of the place the show's in. So we just had this awesome shot of like stage with the bus behind it that looked amazing, except you could never get the lighting right.
I don't know. For some reason that day I was feeling weird. I think at that day I wasn't too sure if I wanted to stay throughout the tour or not, because I had priorities that I needed to be taken care of at back home. So I was feeling really shitty. Yeah, and then that's what Debbie told me, like, you better not fucking leave. And I'm like, ugh, okay. I guess that's when I decided I had to stay, because I said that I was gonna stay throughout the whole tour, and Debbie also.
Played with a couple awesome bands that night. And it was a good night in general. It was good. We left a little bit too early for my liking, but whatever.
This is Flip and Flop, reminding you to like, comment, and subscribe to the Pigeon Pack on YouTube. Thanks for watching!